7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, good evening, everybody. My name is James Stevens. I'm the founder and CEO of Krown Technologies and the Krown Network. I want to welcome you to another KrownMEET tonight. Today's date is September 30th, 2025, and this is the KrownMEET. Today, I'm joined by pretty much the entire team, so it's going to be a fun one. We have a lot of announcements and updates and upgrades to tell you about, and it's going to be exciting. So we'll start with the introductions tonight, and we'll go from there the way we normally do. We have a lot of new people that's in the group, that are in the group, that have joined. In fact, I believe we were about 300 since the last one in our Telegram group. So the first one is Kelly Stevens. She's the Executive Vice President and the Events Director for Krown Technologies. Kelly?
Hey, everyone.
And we are going to be joined by Dr. Francis Bolito, the CEO of Quantum Emotion. I believe he may be in here with us. He's possibly running a little late tonight. Let's see if he's in. He's not quite here yet, but that's okay. And then Samuel Setkin, who's the CEO of Exit Quantum. He's here with us. He's part of the team as well. Sam?
Yep. Hi.
James, this is Francis. I am here.
Okay. Thank you, Sam. Hi, Francis. Welcome, man.
Okay.
And then also Gareth Slavin, CTO for Krown Technologies. Gareth, are you with us?
I'm over here.
All right. There he is. And Peter Biggs, Chief Marketing Officer. Peter.
Reporting in, hear you loud and clear.
There we go. And Rami Das, Krown's lead blockchain developer.
Yep. How's it going, everyone?
All right, Rami. And Jerry Legase, Director of Business Development for Krown.
Hey, everybody.
Craig Irvine, the CFO for Krown. He's probably on mute.
I am. I waved a hand. Hi, everybody. Nice to see everybody.
And Eric Preston, Krown's outside general counsel for domestic affairs. Eric.
Hi there, everyone. Thanks for joining today.
All right, guys, announcements real quick. There's going to be 2, possibly 3 major announcements for Krown by the end of the KrownMEET tonight. So I would ask that you stay on because you don't want to miss those, especially through the development and the demo phases and the marketing phase as well. Real quick, I want to give updates about the Krown Hub. Some of you have been asking about the rewards and the status levels. I know that the status levels have been fixed, and we are adding this week to the rewards part of the Krown Hub, so you guys can see what you're going to get as rewards for whatever tier you have. As you know, they kind of have the copper, bronze, gold, silver, platinum, all the different levels, and each one will get you a lot of different merchandise and coins, things like that, according to your level. Also, we're going to start with the presentation and updates side of things like we always do. So I'll start with Gareth. Gareth, I know you have a few things you want to talk about tonight.
Yeah, a few things. So the first thing is just that we have been working on the systems in the background. Like you said, James, there's been a lot of developments around the reward system and the wallets and all of those kind of things. We've also been doing a lot around just sort of working on things like the blockchain as well as the Castle wallets. And I think actually that's a good point for Rami just to show us a bit about the blockchain and what he's been working on and all that. I don't know, Rami, you've got a bit of a demo there.
Yes, and we'll touch base on that shortly.
Yeah. And what I would say there is that, you know, essentially a lot of what we've been doing in the background is just solidifying systems, giving more control to the admin team, making sure that everybody's got what they need. And then really it's all the big projects that we've been working on, the things that are going to look simple to everybody, but have been taking months and months of work, like the blockchain and like Castle. So James, I think you're on mute, or you were trying to say something.
Yes, I am. I just want to say that hats off to you, Gareth, and the team, because there's a lot of you guys don't see what happens in the background. There's so much that goes on in the background to make it look and work the way it does, or to fix the issues, and they're kind of the unsung heroes. So we would definitely appreciate you, Gareth, and the team.
I mean, well, the team's doing a lot more of the work than you. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Well, moving forward, Eric, I know tonight you have a lot more to tell us and to talk to us about than you did the last KrownMEET, but we're definitely looking forward to it. So take it away.
Yeah, thank you, James. Couple highlights both internally and externally in the space. So on an internal basis, the company has been working on a little bit of a reorganization. We're both transitioning over to Wyoming, where we feel that there will be more favorable crypto regulations that will enable the company to really position itself in a great spot. And so working on converting to Wyoming, and also sort of growing from an LLC to a corporation. And so as the company's demands and growth goals and fundraising needs have changed, we determined that, you know, it's kind of most appropriate to go to that classic structure and to really put in place some of those pillars to kind of enable the company to take its next steps and its next growth. And, you know, this comes with some other aspects in terms of intellectual property, but some good evolution and changes there in terms of internal governance. And on an external standpoint, there's a ton going on in the crypto regulatory space, and just a few things that I wanted to highlight that, you know, could be beneficial to Krown kind of in the coming years and also moving forward. I'm sure everyone's kind of closely following the crypto market structure bill, and there is a new Senate draft with some adjustments, DeFi developer protections, clarity around airdrops and stakings, and also DPIN exemptions. And these are all things that, you know, the organization has thought about over the years. And so it's great to see continued movement on that, and hopefully kind of late in the fall here, we get some vote and some real action on that. The DOJ also updated its position on money transmitter regulations, especially as they apply to crypto and DeFi. They really narrowed the application of certain money transmission laws and kind of focused their enforcement on certain types of groups. And so we think that this clarity is great and will provide opportunities as well. Actually, just yesterday, the SEC issued a no action letter for 00, clarifying that certain transfers of its tokens were not securities, including functional rewards for network participation. And it really, you know, this is a big signal towards a shift towards more clear innovation standards and crypto-friendly regulations. We've also seen recent SEC statements and CFTC statements. And so really kind of a lot of evolution going on that we're closely tracking in the crypto regulatory space, and constantly looking for both ideas and opportunities in terms of where Krown can benefit from some of these changes. And so a lot going on in the space, both internally and externally, and excited to see how the team's really kind of focusing on that and taking a compliance first approach, while also, you know, continuing to look for opportunities.
Yeah, definitely, Eric. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Next, we have Craig Irvine, our CFO, and I know he has some very important updates for us as well. Craig?
Yeah, a couple of key things that really build on what Eric just mentioned. For example, the shift to corporatization is in Wyoming, which is one of the more crypto-friendly states. The next phase for my key focus on the finance is to turn that corporatization, turn the stabilization of that into, or a stabilization of the organization, because it's a crucial foundation for, you know, longer term growth. A lot of the technology has been, you know, the core technology has been developed. We'll have to spend a lot more to kind of keep working on it. But now it's really time to get the organization in place, the systems in place for good corporate governance and credibility, because managing growth is harder than a lot of people think. And we want to make sure that we've got those systems in a good place. We do expect to be starting to raise capital soon. It's too early to talk publicly about amounts and the like, but this will be crucial to supporting that corporate infrastructure, and especially to kind of help fund marketing to help drive some of the growth. We are expecting to spend, you know, another $5 million or so over the next 12 or 18 months. Interesting to note here that that's actually a little bit of a change. Where in the past we were spending on development, now we're going to spend proportionally less on development and more on marketing, and as I said, the underlying corporate infrastructure. So that's where most of my focus is coming from, and it's looking forward to the rollout of the next pieces.
Yeah,
thanks, James.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate that. And you're getting that entire package together for us as well for that raise, aren't you?
That's correct.
Okay, perfect. All right, next is Jerry Legace.
Yeah, for sure. So I've been working on basically getting things ready as we're coming closer to releasing the testnet and going, you know, to a live chain, all the things that come with that. Working with onboarding market makers and different liquidity providers that we'll be using for when we actually do get some volume coming in on chain. Also with that, been working with Peter and James specifically, basically getting out into like the retail side of things of DeFi, doing different AMAs and stuff like that. So we'll keep building out in those areas. So that's going to be pretty important because that's going to be, a large user base that we do get is we do want, retail investors coming in from the DeFi sector. So that's going to be really big for building out the chain. And then also too with the chain coming live, we're going to be, we have our own bridge that goes with the chain. However, we're starting to reach out to build partnerships with larger companies like platform bridges that exist already in the space. This will basically bring, the volume that's already out there, like on Ethereum, BSC, Solana, and reaching different areas and actually pulling in volume from other chains and getting them to bridge onto Krown when the network is live there.
All right, Jerry, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, next, so we have, and I guess, Dr. Bolito, that would be an announcement of our finalization as well as the involvement with QEM on Castle, and that's a no short announcement. Go ahead.
Okay, so I think you wanted me to explain a little bit how our technology secure Castle. Okay, that's what I thought was in the agenda. So what we do, I think, and I had the opportunity to say it several times here, but it's always encouraging and exciting to repeat it. So what we do is we created our technology allows you to create through our quantum random generator to produce pure randomness, and these randomness are used to create cryptographic keys. So remind everybody that cryptographic keys are the backbone of the wallet security. That means that with these keys control the access to all the digital assets that you may have actually in the wallet, and talking about token, cryptocurrencies, whatever. And these assets, these keys have to remain completely secret and unpredictable. And that's what the keys plays a huge and a role in, thanks to the randomness that's been created by our technology. So, and these technology assure that the hackers cannot neither predict it, clone, or manipulate these keys. Very important. So on top of that, through our entropy as a service technology, we continue to refresh these keys and protect it against any emerging and new cyber or quantum threat that could be existed, in the ecosystem. And finally, the technology allows the combination of our QRNG, with post-quantum encryption. These post-quantum encryption specifically, it's a software, it's dedicated, in fact, encryption that create, in fact, a resistance and very strong resilience against any attack by quantum computers. So you're covered by two layers of quantum technologies, the QRNG plus the post-quantum encryption.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, Dr. Bolito. And also, Francis, we get a lot of questions regarding the equity stake in Krown, and I just want to let everyone know to confirm that has been completely finalized and executed.
Yeah, absolutely. So it wasn't long enough. The relationship with Krown exists for quite a while now. I think we had an excellent relationship. And we decided at some point to also invest in the company for the benefit of Krown and ourselves too. You know me by now. I think I'm pretty good at finding actually great opportunity for investors. I think quantum emotion is, I think, a good example, since if I compare us a year ago, I think we have created at least so far a 15 times actually return for those who were like me, a year ago actually as an investor. So, and we identify Krown actually also in this particular space of, I mean, blockchain and crypto that I love the ecosystem. I know a little bit, about blockchain and how we actually remind people that, 3 years ago, one of the first companies that identify blockchain and cryptocurrencies as a potential huge need for quantum protection. The architecture of most of the keys in the defense, actually the system of defense of blockchain are based on elliptic encryption. And I remind everybody that it will take a few nanoseconds for quantum computers attack to destroy and steal all the blockchain. And literally, for example, one of the cryptocurrencies the most exposed is the Bitcoin. So if there is no migration, we don't know when the quantum computers really will be actually starting to create havoc. We know that it will happen one day. We don't know really exactly when. But you don't want to wait till it is happening because it will be too late. So I think by releasing the first quantum wallet and followers like also in the space of a cold wallet, we giving the opportunity, I think, for the owners of of Bitcoins and other of the cryptocurrencies to migrate to these wallets as soon as possible, to be sure that you're starting to be able to slip without just too much stress, in the future.
No, definitely. Thank you, Dr. Belito. We appreciate that.
So to answer your question, yes, our investment was a debenture, and now is converted, is being converted now in equity.
In short order as well.
In short order, exactly.
Okay, well, let's, so we have a treat for you tonight. So what we're going to do is live, we're going to do the first one of the first transactions here for all of you to watch live. I did, in case a lot of you asked me the question about the press release, where can you find the press release? A few of you who are new, we did put that in the chat there, so you can click on that link as well. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have Sergio, once I share my screen here, give me just a minute. Bear with me, and we're going to do go. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, all of you let me know when you can see, if you can see it. Are you able to see my screen yet or no?
Not yet, no.
No, me.
Let me see. Try to do this. I tried to join from there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to join. I'm going to click out of here, and then I'll be on this one as well. So maybe I'll be able to. You'll be able to see it. Give me just a second. Goodbye. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Let me know you can see it. 1 second.
Yeah, you're good. Yep.
Okay. Okay. So this is the Castle wallet. This is the dashboard of the wallet. We're constantly adding new assets into the wallet, but this being tested, in beta right now, you're going to be able to see Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Tether, or USDT. We're going to be adding many, many more to the wallet as we go along. But there are so many functions in here that you can do. Whether you have, you have the QR code scanner. You can go into, on the My Assets part, you can go into the Ethereum side. You can also look at your transactions. You can look at your accounts, and you can also add accounts that are under not just wallets, but you can actually add accounts that have multiple wallets into this wallet. So you can consolidate everything into the Castle wallet itself. You're also able to, when you click on this, you're able to see your send, your receive. You can also do your account name. You can delete that account or delete a wallet, depending upon what you want to do with that. Also, there's staking. The staking we're working on right now, so that's coming soon. It's work in progress. And then you have your settings menu where you have your backup center, where you can back up everything. Your security center for biometrics or however you want, whatever level of security that you want to maintain. You can also lock your wallet at any time, and there nothing can come in, nothing can go out. You can also reset the wallet, and then we have our about and our help section for that. But to show you guys the live transaction we're going to do, I'm going to have Sergio. Sergio, can you hear me?
Yeah, here you go.
Okay. Sergio, if you want, you can send me let's do just send me maybe $10 in ETH if you want, or USDT, whichever one.
I'll do it in USDT.
USDT. Okay.
Hold on one sec here. Address. All right, confirm.
All right, you've confirmed it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, let me check it real quick. I'll go and I'll click on Tether USD. I'll look under transactions. This is going to be under USDT, so we'll see how long it takes USDT. We'll refresh.
You have to remember, James, it's slower. It's ETH, it's not Krown.
That's true. It should be here any hour now, guys.
Says pending on my side.
All right, then let's do it in
Oh,
Bitcoin.
there we go.
Confirm.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. So there you go, guys. That's the first transaction live for you guys, for all of you Krown community. I know y'all been asking to see this. There it is, and there's the transaction received right there. So this entire wallet, Castle, the entire wallet, from the very inception, from the very ideation of Castle, we wanted it to be the most secure wallet in the world, and we can claim that now because of the technology that's stacked in it. So we're very proud of this. This is something that we've been waiting on for a long time. I know you guys have been blowing up my DMs about it, asking me about progress, but it's finally here, and we're very excited about this, guys. Again, we're going to be continuing to add a lot of different assets, a lot of different coins to the wallet and chains, so that you'll be able to send basically whatever you want through that. So that is Castle, guys. And again, also staking. You're going to be able to do staking through Castle as well. And there's going to be a lot of features and functions that we add to it, but we wanted to show you guys this MVP package to start with. So that is Castle. Thank you, Sergio, for that. And you know what, Sergio? I'll send you. I guess I'll send you your money back, huh?
All right.
Let me send you your money back real quick. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna put it in your wallet. But anyway, I'll leave it right there as it is. All right, guys. Let me do this, and I will get out of this. All right, and I'll rejoin you guys in just a second. All right, are we back?
Yep.
All right, good. All right, guys, so that was Castle. So just to keep you guys, let you know, look, a lot of you have been asking me, so what is so special about Castle? Is quantum emotions technology integrated into it? Do you have PQC stacked into it? The answer is yes and yes. In fact, from the very beginning, when I first thought about Castle, I approached Francis about it, and he loved the idea, and we put our teams together, and through the R&D that we did, we were able to come out today with this successful product to show you. So very exciting time for us. Francis, do you want to add to that, or are you happy with it? I know this is the first time you've seen this.
No, I am happy. I'm happy, and I see that I'm afraid that you're starting to develop an addiction for quantum stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
So no, I'm very happy, and I think the next one would be Excalibur. So. And we'll have actually incredible technology even for this one too.
Yeah, and in fact, we've already had our first meeting with the prototyping team. but we wanted to focus on the hot wallet because there was a lot of demand
Yes.
for the hot wallet, and plus it was our vertical.
It's the huge market is the hot wallet, but the cold wallets are not negligible, not neither. Yeah.
So we do have a question real quick from Paul Ferguson. When will Castle be available to download and use? So currently, and I know, Gareth, are you still with us?
I am now.
Okay. So the question is, when will Castle be available to download and use? I think we're about, what, a week or two out?
Yeah,
from
I'd say 2 weeks to be safe. We're currently in beta group. It's being released to a select group of people to test and make sure all of our work is actually legit. And then from there we go live.
Yeah, and if you are a Prince or if your status is Prince or if your status is Platinum on your rewards for Krown, you'll be able to take part in the beta version of Castle, and we'll be contacting all of you separately to give you those those links for the download. So, all right, moving forward real quick. Also, with regard to the Castle wallet, Krown owns the website or the domain castlewallet.com. So on that, in fact, Gareth has his marching orders today on that, and they're going to begin the development of the Castle wallet website, and that'll be complete with, it'll be content rich about Castle, but it'll also have everything you need to download there. You can do whatever you need with the apps, whatever you need to do with regard or information you need about Castle. It'll all be in that website too. So people will be able to download the app right there as well. And we'll be on App Store, Google Play, and then we'll also have, I think in the next couple of weeks, we'll have the browser extension as well. Is that right, Gareth?
Yep, that's correct.
All right, really good. All right, and then moving forward, this one is a little bit of a, well, this is an announcement you guys did not know about, but a couple of you knew that we were in talks with an owner of a super premium domain, and it was in regards to a product that we want to develop in collaboration with our partners. But the domain is Qmail.com, and what we want to develop is a suite of communication products that are the most advanced in encryption and protection in the world. And we're going to do that through our partners at Quantum Emotion and Exit Quantum. We're going to work with them, and we're going to develop this suite with Krown, and it starts with Qemail. So if you can imagine, say Proton Mail, or Sergio, you were talking the other day about Proton Mail and some of the cons on that. So we're going to take everything in the space that we know that it can be upgraded or updated to be made more, maybe safer, whatever it may be. And we're going to take that, we're going to put that into Qemail, and that'll be a service, an email service that Krown will provide. So that'll be just another way that we work with our partners at Quantum Emotion. In fact, that'll be a big deal for Quantum Emotion and Exit Quantum as well.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yep. And then, okay, so next, this one's a good one too, Rami Das. I know that you, a lot of people have been waiting for this for a long time. It's time for blockchain demo, faucet demo, everything you got, buddy. Let's do it.
Yeah, I guess we'll just jump straight into the demo. I'll go ahead and share my screen. It is a pre-recorded demo, just because we are consistently upgrading the testnet and the faucet and the Explorer. So give me a moment here. Let me. Okay, let me know when you guys see my screen. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah, you're good.
All right. Let's dive into it. Hello, everyone. We have some exciting news to share today. The testnet for Krown is fully operational. We are live. However, the public version will be announced in the next coming weeks. Keep an eye out on announcements. We'll be publishing links where you can go ahead and dive into testnet, test it out for yourselves. Yes, so keep an eye out on announcements. But for today's call, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. I will go ahead and present you guys a test transaction, two test transactions, one from the faucet side and one sending tokens from the wallet. So first page, we have the Krown faucets. This is official. This is the official testnet Krown faucet, where you can claim testnet tokens on the Krown network. So let's go ahead and claim some testnet faucets, test tokens. Let's go to this, go to Krown wallets to copy the address. As you can see here, this information is already populated. Wallet address, paste my wallet address, 5, not a robot, motorcycles. Verify, claim 5 tokens. Now, currently this takes about 10 seconds, 10 to 30 seconds. Once the public link is published, it should take you way less than a second. We're talking milliseconds, so it will be much, much faster. But however, for testing purposes, there are some server delays currently as we are testing. So keep that in mind for today's call. Let's go back to our wallets. Let's just switch over real quick. We have gained 5 Krown tokens on testnet that I have requested from the faucet. So that has entered my test wallet. Now let's dive into the Krown Explorer. This is the official testnet Krown Explorer. On the left side, you can see the transactions. So 32 seconds ago, a transaction was made from the faucet to my wallet. As you guys can see here, from and to. And then 5 Krown tokens were sent over to my wallet. Let's dive into the transaction. So in the transaction, you can see overview and the state of the transaction. The overview gives you a whole overview of the transaction, what's happened, the timestamp, the block time, the status. It does go into more details about the value, transaction fee, gas fee. Now, for testing purposes, these values you will not see. On mainnet, you will see. And then there is more information for those who are developers. This information can be very helpful to you. Now, diving into the state kind of explains similar to the from and to, however, in more detail. We have the first address right here, which was the faucets, and the faucets sent over 5 Krown tokens to my testnet wallets, which I received, as you guys can see here. Now, let's go ahead and create a send transaction. I will go ahead and send this to any wallet. So I'll just copy this wallet right here. I will send recipient, paste in here. I'll go ahead and send 3 tokens. Send. This is currently sending. Transaction submitted successfully, waiting for confirmation. So 3 Krown tokens will be deducted from my balance. Transaction confirmed. So these Krown tokens should now be sent over. So I have been, 3 Krown tokens have been deducted from my wallet. 3 Krown tokens have been sent here. This wallet had 5 tokens to begin with. Now it has 8. And I will show you on the Explorer. So as you can see, 28 seconds ago, a transaction was made. I sent from the original wallet to a new wallet 3 Krown tokens. So if we dive into the transaction, as you can see here, we have the overview, as I've explained before, and then we have the state. So now, this is where you see more information of what's happened within the wallet. So this is the wallet that had the 5 tokens. The 3 tokens were deducted from this wallet and was sent over to this wallet. This wallet started with 5 tokens and now has 8 tokens, as you can see here, the state difference. And this right here is the faucet. For testnet purposes, you'll always see this in the state. And for testing purposes, nothing was changed within the faucet for this specific transaction. 0 Krown tokens removed. And this concludes the demo for today. Keep an eye out on announcements. There will be a lot of improvements made in the next couple weeks with the Explorer and the faucets. So once that link is published, you can go ahead and join us on testing various transactions on testnets. And then we will move on to mainnet. Very exciting stuff. Looking forward to Q4. Thank you, guys.
That's awesome, Romy.
Yes, we have some exciting very exciting things, and that's happening right now within development, right? Especially Q4. We're approaching the completion of the MVP, which is a huge one. I know James has been waiting for a while now.
Yeah.
But we're approaching, so it's very exciting. The team's excited. Yeah, we're excited to just get it released finally.
Okay, so that was the blockchain demo, the faucet demo as well, and then you have some other developments that you want to discuss too about what we're doing.
Yes. So
Processations.
yeah, so development-wise, everything is going well. We are adding more onto the faucets and the Krown Explorer, also the wallets. There is going to be some upgrades happening in the next couple of weeks. As I said in the video, we will be releasing the test net to the public, hopefully in the next 2-3 weeks. That link will be posted as well for those who want to go ahead and test it out. Then after testnet has been released for a while, we'll go ahead and launch mainnet. So that's really the main news here. However, me and James have another announcement to make regarding the token. I don't know, James, you want to kick it off or?
Dude, I gotta do it. All right, so we've been talking about, so ever since Krown's inception, it was really about the people, because at the end of the day, this is a people business. It doesn't matter what you do. And we were thinking to ourselves, how can we reward the holders even more? Not just with, with the revenue, going back to the blockchain and the native coin and all of this, but how could we even go further past the Krown Hub rewards and the statuses and all of that? And Rami and I got to talking about things we could do, and I said, what if we gave back on every single transaction, or like a buy and sell or whatever it may be, like a reflection? And instead of, on small projects, on little projects, you always see these, sometimes you'll see reflections, a reflectionary model. And we started thinking about, wait a minute, I don't think that's ever been done on an L1, ever. And so today we made the decision, hey, this is what we're gonna do, or I made the decision, okay, we're gonna do this. So all of you who hold Krown, we're gonna start the development side of this, right, Rami? With reflecting every buy and sell. So a small percentage of every buy and sell on the chain, if you hold Krown proportionally, you're gonna get your bags are gonna continue to build and build and build. So if you can imagine 1,000, 10,000, whatever it may be, 20,000 transactions a day on chain, all of those are gonna have some type of reflectionary benefit or credit to your wallets proportionally to what you hold. So it's a huge thing. I've never seen it done.
Yeah. I think one question the community might have, well, how does Krown make money out of this?
Yeah.
Well, with 26 plus ecosystem products,
yeah,
we will be generating a lot of transactions, and that's where a lot of the revenue will be, that Krown will be generating from. So, especially, the DEX, centralized exchange, the Krown Casino, and all the others. So there's nothing to worry about.
No, definitely. I think it's like 56, a total of probably about 56 revenue streams, channels that would come into Krown when it's all said and done. We do have a question. It was with regard to the Castle wallet. Francis, I think it's for you and I, but it's what percentage, Steve Veltha, what percentage of hot wallet revenue do we have to pay to QEM? And it's not really about you paying anything to QEM. QEM and Krown will have a revenue, or have an agreement on a revenue split on that. And Francis, I think you can speak to
Yeah, and I think there's a questions about the fact that we are shareholder of the company, and also at the same time, basically a co-developer of the technology. One is not incompatible with the other. So so that's no problem. I think it's actually even better, because I think the interest of QAM shareholders are completely aligned with the interest of Krown.
Yeah, I agree. Great question. Good answer. Thank you, Dr. Bolito. All right, Rami, is that what you have for us today, sir? Are you good to go?
Yeah, I think we're good. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's been a long run.
It has, man. But we're finally almost there, man. Thank you so much. Okay, next we have the CEO of XA Quantum, Samuel Seitkin. He is going to talk to us a little bit about what we have going on and what we're building.
Yep, sounds great. So
basically, Krown and Quantum are working on co-developing some cutting edge, like essentially cutting edge research when it comes to authentication and ensuring that your account stay safe from hackers, from social engineering, etc. Of course, everything is quantum secure. That's part of it, but we're actually developing a proprietary algorithm. It is based on proven math. So it's gonna, it has been tested, it has been ground tested, but the way that we work on the framework around it and how it's handled, let's just say it's gonna, one of the things that we are looking to do is compared to the competitors, like the ones who are trying to retrofit legacy authentication method, that you have to click on your phone, you have to verify everything. It's going to be automated. It's going to be cryptographic. It cannot be deep faked. It cannot be socially engineered. It's basically authentication through pure automated math. And that kind of things will introduce, essentially, like if someone hacks into your account, even if they manage to bypass, like, let's say, regular multi-factor authentication, they're not going to be able to send things on your behalf. They're not going to be able to access information that they shouldn't. And that it's not going to require any access, like any real action from your side. You basically just verify the key once, and from there on, it's all going to be automated and mathematical, essentially. We're taking the most cutting edge research available in academia and applying it to your life, essentially.
Yeah. And also, Quantum and Krown are also working on a platform too, where what we do is we look at the vulnerabilities. People can submit their inventory, and then we can look at what infrastructure-wise, we can look at what they have, and we can identify where those weaknesses will be in the quantum era. So if you say, let's say on a medical network or infrastructure, and Dr. Polito, you know that well, they can submit their inventory or their stack to us, and they can put it onto our platform. That will be able to analyze it, look at it, and say, here are the points of entry, or here are the vulnerability points, or the threat vectors where they're going to be at. And then we're able to consult with them, let them know, here, provide them a report and say, this is where your vulnerabilities are. This is what we suggest based upon, whatever it may be, whatever your stack, your sector, whatever it may be for them. So that's what we're working on right now with Krown and Quantum too. So that's a big deal. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate the time, man. It's always a pleasure, bud.
Likewise.
All right. Next, I know we have a big one here. This is a good one we've been working on for a while. Peter, we always love your slide presentations, man. How are you doing, bud?
I cannot resist a good slide deck. I think the words turning point probably apply to this call more than anything.
Yes, sir.
With a demo of Castle and a demo of the blockchain on the same call. Fantastic. Great. You can just see the happiness in Rami's face as so much work is coming to fruition there. It's fantastic to see. So with no further ado, can you see my screen all right?
Good to go.
Great. So lots to cover today. I'll be as quick as I can, but a lot of media coverage, a lot more team and founder PR to review together and show the world. Quite a lot of aligning marketing with global shifts. As Eric pointed out earlier in the call, not only is the Krown development roadmap proceeding apace, but the regulatory and economic landscape are also developing really fast. So here's how we intend to keep up with that from the marketing and communication side. We'll go through that, a look ahead at some really exciting forthcoming partnerships, and a look at Krown's growth curve in the numbers. Like to let the numbers do the talking whenever we can, and it wouldn't be marketing if it didn't give a call to action at the end. But top of the bill this time round, we've got an announcement that James has been invited to join the Forbes Technology Council. That is one of the premier networking organizations to allow James to have a platform to author content at a really high level through mainly distributed through LinkedIn and PR and press, but a fantastic platform for him to really grab the megaphone and tell the world about all the technology developments that Krown is coming out with, from forensics to blockchain to security, cyber, you name it. I think there's a really big audience there. We're going to make the most of that in the coming months. Also, front cover story on the Digital Times magazine. They did a deep dive into the story so far with Krown. Please do enjoy that. It'll be coming on the Krown.network blog soon. Top 5 rising CEOs nominated there as well. Obviously, a huge slew of coverage across the markets for the announcement of the completion of the Quantum Safe Hot Wallet Castle, which you just saw a demo of there for the first time. So again, fantastic coverage. If I can call you to action, if you see those in the wild, on X, on socials, please do reshare and engage and comment. Every little bit of help counts as we are in scale-up mode. More coverage on front cover story on Achiever, nominated in Enterprise World as a top tech CEO to watch in 2025. I can see James blushing there.
Next slide. Go.
Sorry, more of you.
Oh.
We're gonna have to get you in profile or something soon, I think. Maybe, yeah. So yeah, a big AMA happened thanks to Jerry's hard work with Golem's Gems. So if you were around yesterday to hear that, there were hundreds on the call. We'll distribute the recording as usual, but a really good recording. Lots of really pertinent questions coming in from Golem Gems's fan base there. So yeah, just great to get out there, road test it, hear what the community, the wider community is saying and how they're reacting to Krown's offering. So yeah, a lot of really positive feedback there. Also, Secure Talk podcast, that's coming out shortly. Recording's complete there. And do tune into Blockhash episode 600, where James had a really in-depth conversation again about how we're going to transform not just the blockchain, but also everybody's wallets. And a front cover on Entrepreneur. In terms of alignment, you'll have seen some of these headlines, massive increases in federally funded quantum, and a quote from, like him or not, Paul Atkins saying that crypto's time has come. So a really interesting time to be working at the forefront of crypto, I'm sure you'll agree. In terms of alignment, what that means is we are putting front and center our reaction to industry developments, market developments, regulatory developments, thanks to Eric's presence on the board. We're also pushing out more content now for developers around why it's so important to develop on a springboard that's secure. And of course, you can catch full in-depth updates on these Krown Meets where we distribute the content at the top of the Krown content cascade. So that's really our approach to how the market's shifting. What I would say in terms of our approach to messaging changing, you're going to see a lot less hype, a lot less FOMO, a lot less future promise and mystery. I think a lot more now proof points, walkthroughs, videos, onboardings, talking about access, talking about reliability, talking about community status, what is in early adopter bags. And then obviously the marketing will then shift more towards things like outcomes, the benefits, how we're comparing with our peers and our competitors. So yeah, you'll see that shift, but just wanted to update you on how that's going to change our approach to marketing in the coming weeks. Also, we can't discuss team names yet, but we're very close on a partnership with English Championship Football League team. So that'll be really exciting to announce, as well as partnerships with national US NBA and NFL teams. Again, cannot discuss in too much detail just yet, but really, really looking forward to being able to do a live conversation about that as soon as we can confirm. So bear with us on.
Peter, I just got that email from one of the players that's on one of those teams, and he said, I think someone told this certain player that he might be getting us as a sponsor, and he said 1-0 down, he saves the day with 2 goals after that. Watch the second goal. So
hopefully that's not giving away too much detail.
No,
yeah,
love it.
He'll have the crown on his chest pretty soon. So yeah, that's exciting. I think this map, which was created in Looker back in March, was a little bit sparse at the beginning, but we've got a lot more green and blue dots. This is just 30 days worth of event data from the website covering the Krown.network and the purchase.krown.network domains. So remaining data centric in our approach to matters. We can't reveal the actuals; they are very substantial, but just wanted to show you the 60-day on 60-day picture in terms of active user growth and new users looking close to a 5-fold increase there over the last 60 days. So that is I want to see a 45-degree slope, but it looks more like 30 degrees to me. very steady growth. Want to see that continuing, and thanks to the help of our community, a lot of this is organic shares, organic engagement, pushing the message out in our own network. So let's keep it up. And a big shout out to Toronto, who represent the biggest chunk of City active users in the last 30 days. So again, just want to echo that sort of progress out across our social platforms. Strong growth on X, strong growth on LinkedIn. We're now speaking, the megaphone is now addressing over 6,000 followers on that network, and approaching 5K on YouTube. So it'd be nice to crest that 5K mark on YouTube. Get in there, like, subscribe, and follow, and share the Crown Meets with all your contacts. So yeah, just wanted to let the numbers do some of the talking for us this month. And of course, yeah, as ever, a call to action. Please do make sure you've signed up to the Crown mailing list, which is available on the website. Join our Discord, join the Telegram. I'll be sharing all the links in the chat. I can see James's fingers busily working away there. And do share our content out as well on socials. When you see us, just hit that share button. Thank you very much. That's about all from me today, James. Back to you.
I mean, anything else, Peter? Goodness. Great job, man. Thank you so much. We always love the slides. Okay, about the a lot of you have been asking me too about brand ambassador sponsorships. What do we have cooking in the oven? A lot is the answer. We can't give it away legally because we have not, the ink's not dry. We have not signed those contracts yet. But I know that we have some that we're very close to finishing up, Peter, if I'm correct in saying that.
Yeah.
That's okay. And some of these are some very well-known clubs. They're all either championship teams or you know, major league or professional teams. So and they will be all throughout the world. I know probably our first one will be over in the UK, right? Britain or UK.
Yep. That's
and then yeah, and then we're coming back home here in our home state, and then in Canada as well. We have a major hockey player that we're looking at too in Canada. So all of you Canucks up there will enjoy that. And anyway, so we are working on those, and then we do also have some very well-respected business leaders who we're talking to, or I'm personally talking to get a shout out, if you will, on a sponsorship from them. So they're taking a close look at us. But anyway, moving forward, Peter, is that it for today?
That's all for me.
Very good. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right. And my emails are blowing up, or well, my DMs are blowing up about the Lamborghini sweepstakes, which the trademark we filed with about Win Lambo. The update on that is that the site part is being built, and the Lamborghini that we're looking at, we've had an artist come in, and they're working on the actual rendering of what that would look like with the full wrap that I designed for it. So that should be out in the next week, and when it is, we'll show it to you guys. And that sweepstakes, we're working with a company that specializes in that, and they get major exposure for sweepstakes like this. So you'll be able to go on the Crown store, the KrownMerch.com, which I'll tell you about that in just a second. You'll be able to go on that, and you'll be able to qualify for the sweepstakes based on your buys there. And there's a couple of other ways you can do it as well. So update coming definitely in the next week or two on Win Lambo sweepstakes. The next thing is the new Crown merchandise store. So the domain KrownMerch.com, that is ours. And we're working with a company called Forged Fabrics. They produce high quality custom swag, and they're going to do it for Crown. Everything from 4-way flex polos, so a lot of golfing stuff, to hats, hoodies, sweatshirts, gym sets, bags, keychains, vehicle decals, all of that will be on coffee mugs. I mean, everything will be on the KrownMerch.com store. So anything Crown, you can go on there and grab you something too. And it'll also help your rewards level. It'll also help you earn different types of rewards, and even in the Win Lambo sweepstakes as well. And don't forget, if you purchase something in KrownMerch.com with Crown or with crypto, a portion of that goes back and is counted as a buy. And so that reflectionary model will hit, and all of that plays into feeding back on the Crown coin. So, and also, if anyone has any suggestions for items that they would like to see in the Crown store, please feel free to DM us. Actually, DM Sergio, don't DM me. Let him have it. And we'll look at getting those made and getting those samples in. So
these guys.
Oh yeah,
See that.
I'm surprised you don't have your. I'm completely gilded out here. And the next thing is the design and production of the Crown status coins. So the status coins are being produced. We did have some corrections that needed to be made. on those. So I'm expecting those next month to be done. And each one of you, if you have a certain status and you've maintained that status for 60 days or longer, then you will be that status coin will light up in your reward section on the Krown Hub, and you will be eligible to receive one of those status coins. There is a question. Hold on one second, Sergio. Do you see that question? Let's see. Peter Moorhead. Can we get our QR code affixed on the merch? Peter, you read my mind. That's where I'm going with it. So there is going to be a part of the Krown merch site that allows you to have a QR code. You're ahead of me by 2 spots. That's okay. That allows you to have a QR code on your gear. So if you order a certain amount of merch, let's say you order 5 items or 10 items or more, those items can be put, that QR code of yours can be put. So whether it's on the back, you got 3 placements on the back, 1 on the front, and you can use those to help spread the word. So yes, Peter. And then I think that's going to be it for us. Now, I do want to open up. Does anybody have any questions going forward, whether it's about the demos, Castle, whatever it may be? Let's answer some of those questions now. Okay, Pat, will the merch store be accessible for us up in Kent? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. The store will be. It's treated as a retail purchase as you would Amazon or anywhere else. So yes, the answer is yes. And there's multiple ways to pay too. We'll accept crypto. We'll accept Krown. I mean, there's a lot of different ways we'll accept those payments. So, Paul Ferguson, do you have any forecast for Castle revenue or market share in the first 12 months after launch? That is going to be in the next couple of weeks. We're going to run some models on it. We're going to look at everything. I can tell you this: we do have quite a backlog of people who want Castle, who want to download Castle. So we'll come out with those numbers for you guys in the next few weeks, and we'll be able to show this to you. Francis and I have had this conversation about Castle, and we wanted to look at where we could be competitive. There's nothing like it in the world, quite frankly. So we wanted to be fair to the purchasers as well. But if you're going to own Castle, if you're going to have that, let's say somebody owns 0 Krown. They can go to the App Store, Google Play, whatever. They can purchase Krown on a monthly basis or annual basis with a discount. But if they own Krown, then let's say that they're in the top 3 or 2, second, third, say Knight, Esquire, and higher, then they'll get a discount, a nice discount on Krown monthly and annually. If they're Duke, Earl, or Prince, if they're way up there in the status level, they can get Krown or Castle for free because they hold a certain amount of Krown in their bag, and that helps to hold the floor. These are all incentives to create growth, and then also to hold the floor and hold it steady, hold the price of Krown steady. Let's see, when will Castle be available for download? Tony, we said, Gareth, I think you're on with us. You said the next couple of weeks to be safe.
Yeah, 2 to 3 weeks outside once the beats testing is done. Okay, so there you go, guys. Next couple of weeks or so. And then, are we extending the bonus round for the web? Okay, so the bonus round actually goes through tomorrow, through the end of the day tomorrow. So if there's an issue, if it says it ends in 4 hours, I'll change it. But the bonus round goes through 11:59 p.m. on October 1st. And next is, during sign up, will the wallets be available to corporations? Francis, you and I had this conversation about Castle with regard to enterprise grade, enterprise levels, right? So yes, it will be. The answer is yes. It will be available to corporations on an annual basis, and we'll look at seeding on that moving forward. But right now, we're really just focused with making sure that development's tight and everything's good and the testing's good. With regard to testing, in the beta phase right now, we're going to choose a few of you. So I will reach out personally to you guys, and I'll say, hey, do you want to be a tester on Castle? If you do, let me know, and then we'll compile that list here quickly over the next few days, and then I'll send that off to Gareth, and Gareth, you'll take care of the rest, right? That's correct.
All right. All right. So finally, for the first time on KrownMEET, I think we have the Krown Queen here with us. This will be her first appearance, I think. Well, she's on audio tonight, but this is her first KrownMEET. So please welcome her. I know she's going to talk about real quick, briefly, the Krown Conference, the Camelot Gala, the King's Roundtable, all of that. And we have another announcement coming up as well. She has a couple of her things that she wants to read off from. So Queen, take it away.
Yeah, so I'm truly excited to share some wonderful news with our Krown family. We are already preparing for 3 of our most important events, which is going to be the Krown Conference, the Camelot Gala, and then the King's Roundtable. These gatherings aren't just events on your calendar. They're opportunities for us to come together face to face to celebrate the incredible growth of Krown, to learn about one another, and to strengthen the bond of our community. We've scheduled them for Q3 of 2026, late June, July, somewhere around in there, because we're still looking for the venue. We're trying to finalize that. We can already feel the energy building, though.
Yep.
Each one will be a chance to highlight the progress of Krown, to the honor and dedication of our members, and set the stage for even greater impact for the near future. For me personally, the event represents the heart of what we are building together. Krown has never been just about technology. It's been about the people, the purpose, and the connection. At the conference, the gala, and the roundtable will celebrate not only what we've accomplished, but also friendships. We'll share our vision and the sense of belonging to the Krown family. So mark your calendars and get ready. There are going to be some unforgettable experiences, and I can't wait to see you all there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I know you have another announcement too, and it's a huge announcement, but thank you for that. Just so you guys know, with talking about the Krown Conference and the Gala and the Roundtable, it has been no short task on her to get these things in order. If you've ever done anything with regard to scheduling something like a conference and dealing with the vendors and dealing with the setup and all of that, it is a massive undertaking. So we certainly appreciate that, Queen, on that. Don't forget, the Krown Conference is going to be something that's really geared towards our sector moving forward. There are going to be other people and companies in this sector that are going to be at the Krown Conference, but that's what makes it so beautiful, is that everyone gets to get together and they get to share their ideas, they get to see their products and services, we get to see the competition, we get to understand kind of what's going on in the space, and it's all you know, marketed around Krown. Everything is marketed. Krown is the platinum sponsor, if you will. So that's going to be a big deal. And we already have a lot of companies who are on board that's already emailed me. I've already talked to CEOs and directors of companies. They said, hey, we're interested in doing that. I saw you on a KrownMEET. So the interest is there. The appetite is there. It was just finding the right locations and setting it within the budget. The next thing is that Camelot Gala. Don't forget about that. That's going to be the gala and the rewards, the award ceremony, where it's the highest reward members, the highest status tiers, people who have done things outstanding or above and beyond for Krown throughout the year. So that's the Camelot Gala. That will be a really fun event. And then finally, the King's Roundtable. That is a exclusive fraternities, if you want to call it a fraternity, of 50 total people. And it's the highest levels of Krown. It's the team of Krown, as well as the highest status members, the highest platinum reward members, and then also the People's Envoy, which represents the rest of the Krown community. And that is where we go every year to the King's Roundtable. And it is a table that I'm having made. It's a massive table. We're all going to sit together. If you can picture King Arthur sitting at the round table with all the knights, they're all going to be there in their garb. And we're all going to talk about policy. We're going to talk about things coming up that we can do, things we can do better, ideas that people have. We're going to hear from the People's Envoy as well. So this is going to be one of the most amazing events, I think, and something we look forward to year after year is the King's Roundtable. So, and it's exclusive. It's totally exclusive. I mean, you'll receive everything from, you know, your ring, and those rings will be passed down, and then you'll receive your swords. And these are things that it all adds to it, but it's awesome, I think, and it adds to the camaraderie about it. So I know we have one final announcement, and this is a big announcement because this really goes to the heart of spreading and growing the membership of Krown and its products, Castle, whatever it may be, and our partners. This is important for our partners because as Krown grows, so do our partners, right? So, Queen, if you want to take it away on this new announcement, go ahead.
Yeah, so with our new announcement, James and I came up with what we want to call the Krown Chapter Worldwide, and I'm going to tell you all a little bit about it. So today marks a defining moment in the growth of Krown. We are proud to announce the creation of Krown Chapter. a global initiative that will unite our holders, builders, believers, and everyone that's in our corner of Krown. So the Krown chapter is more than just a community group. They are local embassies of the Camelot, bringing the mission, vision, rewards of Krown directly into cities, towns, and nations. Each chapter will be its own hub where people can connect, collaborate, and create and impact ideas and different business opportunities for
And
everyone.
also meetups too, real quick. Also meetups too. That was a big one too. I remember you said, and you said something about education, business opportunities, things like that. Like there's so many different things that we can do in each chapter. And if you, right, I mean, all around the world.
Yes. So it's going to strengthen our global footprint by giving every region a voice to be able to represent Krown. So we're going to bring people in touch with Krown to give the holders real local support and connection that goes beyond just the digital space. We're going to facilitate adoption at the local level, helping new members and the community experience the benefits of Krown firsthand. So, you know, for all of the new people that come in, if you have trouble with your wallets, you know, connecting those or just being able to, you know, navigate through Krown, we're going to try to get president, vice president to come in, and they're going to have a chapter within Krown where you can get together and explain how it works.
And it also helps to fuel the growth too. Like if you can imagine, you know, a lot of maybe I don't know, but you'll have different chapters. So let's say like you're in Toronto and you want a chapter in Toronto. Well, there'll be a president and a vice president of that chapter in Toronto, and they're going to be the ambassadors for Krown. They're going to go out, they're going to grow their chapter, grow their group organically, grassroots really. And I've started to see something along the way here. And it's a lot of people that are coming into Krown, and this is their first time in crypto. But they heard about Krown through somebody, it's a friend of theirs, it's a family member, it's a coworker, whatever it may be. They've never opened a wallet. They've never gone on the Krown Hub. They don't know much about crypto, but they want to get in on something that they think is going to be the future, or something they know it could be a winner. And so that's how you're going to do it. You're going to do it based on these chapters. You're going to build your chapters up. And it's just going to be, I mean, it's going to do nothing but fuel that growth and that trust that we need through that chapter membership. So sorry to interrupt you.
You're good. By establishing the Krown chapters, we're laying a foundation for something greater than just us being a technology company.
Yeah.
We're going to be able to come together as a community in different places, you know, from Louisiana to Montreal, from London to
Manila and Rio.
Manila, from Rio to Dubai, just different places around the world where you can come together and have a community that can help you through your growth within Krown.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't even matter. The thing about it is it's about organic growth. If you have organic growth, it is the most sustainable, the most strongest, the strongest growth that you can have. It far exceeds in its generational referrals. Like if you look at generational referrals, it far exceeds what a paid advertisement does. Money cannot buy the trust that you get from family, friends, colleagues. You can't do it. You can't beat it. You can spend $1 million and you're never going to beat out the organic grassroots effort that you see, because those are that gives you LTV. That gives you what's called LTV, long-term value. It gives you long-term value. So this is what we're building with Krown chapters. We love the idea. It was really something we were thinking about. How can we help grow it? There's people like Sergio all the time, people like Jerry, people like Peter that help people all the time to understand Krown and understand the products. You know, we get a lot of questions from people that don't know who QNC or QEM is, quantum emotion. They're like, well, we know about Krown. What's this with quantum emotion and what do they do? And then I explain to them about what quantum emotion does, or XA quantum. Same thing. I tell them, and it's that awareness that you get. It's that that automatic legitimacy and authenticity that comes out from in-person visits. And so that's what we're going to do with chapters worldwide. So,
Yeah,
Queen?
yep. It's not just a growth. This is Krown's legacy in motion.
Yeah, I agree. No, yeah, 100%. So, all right. Any other man? We got a ton of questions. Hold on. Okay. Sam G. Any update on validators? Okay, Rami, you still with us?
Yep, I'm here. So I'm sorry. What was the question?
A lot of people want to know about the validators part. I know we're still finalizing specs on that, but they want to know anything on validators, how that might work.
Yes. So in the next couple of weeks, we're looking at maybe 2 or 3 weeks. We will be defining those specs on how validators work, how are they going to be rewarded, the consensus rules around, validation and everything. So we'll probably make announcements in the next couple of weeks. So keep an eye out.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rami. All right, John, you asked how many people work on Krown full time? Man. Okay. Well, first of all, a lot. But what the beautiful thing about it is that a lot of our team really believes in Krown, and they either work for nearly free or they work for a reduced salary, and they do that because they believe in the long term and they see the long-term vision. Do we have development costs? Absolutely, we have development costs. Do we have marketing costs? Yes, we have marketing costs. But we've covered those through initially the bootstrapping part of it that Queen and I did, and then we found friends and believers along the way, and then that we started to build that up, and then that's how we were able to do our development, and then we ended up with the investment from Quantum Emotion. So that just propels us even further, and now we have companies that are looking at us for institutional investment, and Craig will be handling that part of it as well. So there are a lot of people. I would say if we had to, I mean, it'd have to be, Gareth, Rom, let's see, probably about 30, I would say, somewhere around there, guys. 28 to 32, somewhere around there. So
a big team and growth, which is good.
yeah. Eric G, you said you mentioned a real estate company trying to tokenize 800 million assets during the Golems gem. Any follow-ups on that? Yes. So I cannot speak to that because there is no deal in writing yet, but I can say that there is someone who is interested in coming onto the Krown chain with their tokenized assets because of the security of the chain and what we're doing with Krown moving forward, and what it can do, what the ecosystem can do for those tokenized assets and those RWAs. So as soon as there's more of an update on that, I'll definitely give that to you, but there certainly will not be any movement. At least they've told me there will not be any movement until we finish testnet and we're into mainnet and they see it active. Heath Stetler, any info on exchanges at launch? Jerry Gase, that may be.
Yeah, sure. So probably a question from somebody that's been in here for a little bit, been with Krown. Because originally we talked about launching on a certain exchange. It was MEXC. The only difference is previously we just, we were doing an ERC20 token at first, right? But things have changed to where we're actually going to full mainnet. So with that, our posture has completely changed with centralized exchanges. With launching a coin, we're in a much different position. So we will only be looking at tier 1 exchanges, and we will be choosing basically who we will want to onboard as an exchange. It's not really going to be, looking to find an exchange and pay for the listing. We're kind of at the point now where exchanges will be coming to us, and they will be buying their coins to get us listed on the exchange. So a little bit different. So I can't really answer that for you just yet.
It's a full flip. So and what Jerry's saying is it's a full 180 from what, if you're in degen projects, things like that, it's a full 180 from what you're used to. You're used to people or projects having to pay and grovel at the feet of these exchanges a lot of times and change everything that they're doing. Whereas when you build an L1 and you build something like Krown's building, the exchanges come to you. You don't have to sit here and look for all of these exchanges and say, what exchange are you going to, go to? What exchange are you going to pay for? We don't have to do all of that. They come to us. We're a chain. So it's a completely different ball game in that way, and we hold a lot more cards. Okay. So Andre K, that's me and Tony. Ruby Sanchez, instead of calling it a chapter, call them shires. Oh, I like that. Fits in with the Camelot theme. Hey, Queen, you need to maybe think about that. We'll call them shires. Okay, Paul Ferguson, and staking, please. Okay, so Rami, Paul wants to know about how the staking mechanism would work. If they want to stake 100 million Krown, whatever they want to do with it, how that might work.
Yeah, so we are currently working on, we're working out how that will work and how that will function, how much it'll pay out the users. You'll be able to stake essentially, directly through the wallets. And me and James are trying to work that out as well, maybe as well on the websites. But we'll know better in the next couple of weeks. But yes, there will definitely be staking. You'll be able to stake your Krown tokens. Typically, there will be, limits to that. We don't want someone staking, 1 billion Krown tokens and they're getting all the rewards. That's not fair.
All the rewards. Yeah, no, that's not how that works. Yeah, and that's just honestly, that's just best practice and that's standard.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, with regard to validators, we want when you're looking at validation, you want quality and you want trust, right? And so but you also want as many as you can get. And so we're lucky in Krown that we have a ton of people who want to be validators, and a lot of those people, probably 85% of those people, we know. And so that's been, or we've gotten to know over the last year. And so that's a huge advantage, Rami. I know that you were quite pleased and surprised when I told you that we knew that many of those people.
Yeah, it's a huge number. You guys will be very surprised.
Yeah. And then with regard to, let's see, David McDonald, how can I be educated on Krown so I know what I'm talking about when introducing others to Krown, showing them the future? Okay, so there's several ways. The first way, this is a little bit longer term. Krown University will be put out, and there will be courses so that you guys understand everything there has to do. The next thing is that we have frequently asked questions on the website, but I think the most impactful way is to join our Telegram and in Discord, but join the Telegram, and the community in there will really help you understand Krown in a whole different light. One where you can literally just flow with everything that, if somebody asks questions, you can flow with your answers with it as you learn. And go on the website too. It's all over there as well. And Sergio, I know you're always helping people on the group. Next, Andre, are there any security measures in development to prevent the Krown coin to be used in nefarious ways, like the Bitcoin on the dark web? Rami, I know that's one of yours.
I'm assuming you might be new to Krown. One of our biggest features is adding quantum encryption technology within the Krown blockchain. We have essentially over 7 layers of quantum security that's being embedded within the Krown blockchain. So that really, we're completely different than any L1 out there, and we will be the first.
Yeah, and our tech stack, like our PQC stack is extremely deep. There's so many, there's multiple layers of PQC, and don't forget when we're talking about trying to crack something or hack something, that our partners at Quantum Emotion also provide a validated QRNG technology that is not out there. It's proprietary to them, and it reduces. In fact, Francis, I think it reduced on IBM's Qiskit test. It simulated 98% reduction in loss.
No, that's actually was an experiment, that were done by the School of Engineer here, that we show that, in fact, when we're using our wallet, the architecture of our wallet, it reduces the probability to have actually any asset stolen in the wallet by 98%. That was, in the model that they used. IBM was a different. We tested actually the IBM computer, the one was the first generation, and we simulated an attack from a quantum computer, and it showed actually that the presence of our QRNG was playing a big role actually, to slow down the attack. We had to design the system actually to show not the impossibility to stop, but slow down considerably the attack. So that was actually, if you're interested, I think in June there was by the end of June there was actually a press release describing the details of that experiment.
June 24th, I think it was. Okay, thank you so much, Francis. Thank you, Andre. Darren Schneider, you asked, so a percentage was going back to Krown Coin to keep the base stable will this now be paid out to Krown holders as a reflection? Lucky for you, as a Krown holder, it's both ways. We remember in the very beginning, it was a deflationary model. What I chose to do was keep the supply. I was like, okay, let's not do the burns, because the burn, it's really just a marketing, it's a gimmick. It creates no real value. It maybe you think it is because of the scarcity, but it never really does if you look at it. So what we decided to do was we said, okay, let's do the reflectionary. That was today. In fact, we came up with the reflectionary today. We want to do that. And then the other is that a portion of that is the buyback. So there's a small portion that goes to the buyback, a small portion that is distributed to the holders on every buy and sell throughout the chain. So you'll get it both ways. Max, you asked, correct me if I'm wrong, but Krown is a coin. Will it compete with Bitcoin? Bitcoin's the OG. Bitcoin's been there. Bitcoin's its own. Bitcoin's Bitcoin, man. But what I can say is this, is that Krown, in the way it's built, with the ecosystem it has, the security that it has, it is unlike anything that's out there. And the way that we reward our holders is unlike anything that's out there as well. Because at every turn, you're being rewarded with something. So that's by design. But a lot of people ask me, what do you expect to do? Do you expect it to 100x, 1000x? I can't give you that. I could never honestly, ethically give you something like that. But what I can say is that we work really hard to reward our members, and we work really hard to make sure that we hold the floor and we keep a stable coin. And it is a native coin. Just like Ethereum has ETH, Krown will have Krown. So it'll be just the same. And then one other person asked, can developers, I got a DM, can developers, are we going to be able to, it must be a developer, are we going to be able to build on Krown chain?
Okay, I can answer that question. Yes and no. It's kind of a both question. So yes, you can. However, there will be specific protocols that you have to follow to be able to build on the Krown chain. Just because we are a security first chain, and me and James are trying to knock that out the next week or so to see what kind of protocols to implement. So, keep an eye out for our announcements. So those who are developers, you will have to follow a certain protocol to be able to launch your ecosystem products on the Krown chain. With that being said, just keep an eye on announcements, and yeah. Anything else, James, to add on to that, or?
Yeah, I think it's really important that people understand. A lot of people need to know that Krown, it needs to be known for two things: security of the chain and security of the assets for the investors. Because at the end of the day, we're beholden to the investors, you. Secondly, quality. Quality of the companies and products and tokens that are on the chain is key. I'm so sick of all the meme coins. They've taken over chains. It's unbelievable. It's ugly. When people look at Krown, I want them to really look at Krown and go, that is the chain you want to look at if you want a quality investment. You want a project that's clean, that's been vetted. We want that to be known for Krown. We don't need all the meme coins and the pump and dumps and the rug pulls and all of that. In fact, part of the protocol is that you are checked. The projects are checked. They are vetted. They are screened. They are analyzed. Exactly. Moving forward. So,
look at Solana. Solana is a great blockchain, but man, Pump Fund ruined it. All the memes ruined it. Yeah,
it's tough, man. All right. Anything else? Let's see. Bill H. Will there be TV ads? If so, approximately when would they begin in relation to the start of the trading? A few days before, a few days after, a few weeks after. I will tell you that connected TV is part of the deal. It is part of something we want to do because we can really get granular on that advertising, and we can look at where those hotspots are. And I love the analytics from connected TV. Peter will be looking at that. Ultimately, he is the guy on the marketing, so he'll let me know when it's the right time to do that and provide me my options. But that is going to be someday. Yes, it will be. All right. All right. Anything else from any of the members? Any team members, guys? Anything you guys want to say? All right. Everybody's quiet. Okay.
I'm honestly just excited to get this out.
I know. Same here, man. George, when you say ecosystem, would it be safe to say a model similar to CRO for comparison purposes? I don't think there's anything that really compares to Krown's ecosystem, Rami. I don't think there's.
No,
so
we're going to have very specific products that I'll be launching. There are going to be maybe a few like the DEX. However, there'll be certain protocols for those specific ecosystems, like the DEX. You won't be able to launch any token, as we spoke about before. But all the other 26 plus ecosystem products are going to be very special, very different than what you have seen in the current blockchain world. So that's exciting.
Quality over quantity, guys. Quality over quantity. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Darren Schneider, working with a bank was rumored. Can you talk about this? There will be Krown Bank. We are working with a company who has that master license. Yes, also Krown Casino. We did get the licensure. We do have the licensing for that through our company and another country. So those are already in play. In fact, those have been in play for a few months now. So we will build those out as the time allows and when we think it's the right time for that. So the answer is yes. Remember, there's over 26 plus ecosystem products and platforms. We have to do it methodically. We're not going to drop them all at one time. I couldn't imagine doing that and the teams that would have to take over to maintain those. So we're going to drip those out probably a couple a year. And we'll do that over the next 5 years or so, 6 years. So you guys are going to enjoy it. So, all right, that's going to be it tonight. Yes, Tony on that. That's going to be it tonight. I want to thank you guys so much for joining us for the Krown Meet. We appreciate it. And congratulations to the Krown Queen. I know she was nervous tonight. You guys give her a hand on that. And Peter, great job as always. Francis, thank you so much for your time, man. We know it's very valuable. Serge, Gareth, everybody, Rami, thank you so much. And we'll talk to you guys soon. The bonus ends at 11:59 p.m. tomorrow night, tomorrow night here in the U.S. Central Standard Time. Okay, so don't forget about that. We'll talk to you guys later. I'm James, and I have to ask, what's in your bag? Good night, everyone.